You couldn't see. You had you. Queensbridge.
Let me ask you this. It'll be my final question on the Olympics, but did you happen to catch the Mongolian protest?
No, I did not.
Can I tell you? Can I please tell you? Oh, I love I love this story. So, this Mongolian is wrestling for the bronze medal. And with and he's got it won. The score's 8-7, his lead. 5 seconds left. He begins celebrating, which means he knows there's 5 seconds, He starts kind of running away. He's throwing up his hand, he's kind of doing a little celebration, and time runs out. So his opponent protests. They throw in the protest, and the argument was that's fleeing the hold, and that costs you a point. So they look at the video, and yeah, sure enough, they give the guy a point. Well, now it's tied up 8-8. But under the new rules, the last score, as one of the criteria, and in this case it came in, the last score wins. So even though it's 8-8, the Mongolian now loses the bronze medal, which he had. I mean, he blew it. He celebrated. He lost his foot. At any rate, he loses the medal. So his coach comes out, and his coach then runs his own protest. Well, for reasons unknown to me, he decides to strip. So he's on the podium. You know what the raised mats are like when they're doing the medal matches. He's on the raised mat. Next thing you know, he doesn't have a tennis shoe on. Then the other tennis shoe comes off. Then pretty soon the shirt comes off. Then the next thing you know, his pants come off. So now he's up there in his briefs. His fellow coach joins him and strips as well. So now you've got two Mongolians, and they're built the right way. Okay, there are some bodies they're just entertaining when they're derobed. Well, these guys meet that criteria. They then do a naked sit-in. So they sit down on the mats, Indian style. They got their legs crossed, they're in their briefs, and they refuse to leave. It was the highlight of the Olympic Games. It was the single greatest, most entertaining, and as terrible as what I just said might sound sportsmanship-wise, somehow these two knuckleheads pulled it off. They weren't angry, they weren't cursing, they didn't touch anybody, they had these funny, confused looks on their faces, they're in their briefs and sitting on the mat, and security doesn't even know how to handle them. Like, well, okay, where do I grab you? You don't have any. It was the funniest, greatest part of the Olympics, and the IOC just ruled. They kicked them out of they banned them from UWW competition for 3 years.
You was only